Hi, ladies and maybe gentlemen. My name is India, and this is my first YouTube channel. YouTube video. I am a wife of almost 5 years and a mother to a toddler and a little one on the way. Very much on the way. I have like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks. You never know. It's not an exact date. But most of all, I am a woman of God. It sometimes it feels weird to say that, um, but I do love the Lord, and I've been walking with God for about 8 years now, which is insane. Um, that is honestly, I want to do a testimony video, and so you guys will hear my testimony with coming to Christ. You know, testimonies never stop, but with the Lord just being so gracious that He is. One thing here that you'll immediately see about me or notice is that I love to serve my family. Majority of this video is me serving my family, whether it's through cooking or cleaning, whatever that looks like. I love to feed them healthy meals from scratch, and just being a keeper of my home. The Lord taught me very quickly in my marriage to love the mundane, which I didn't really care for early in my marriage. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was a time when I wasn't working, and my husband was obviously the only one bringing in the money, and I honestly probably one would say fell into depression. You could say at least, but in that time, I just felt so trapped. I felt bored, unqualified, and honestly, I was just dealing with a lot of demons. And side note, I did meet my husband before I knew Christ. Very, very shortly before, though. So there was a time that I wasn't working, and my husband was the only one bringing in the finances. And looking back at it, the Lord was refining me during that time, honestly, teaching me to cling to His word and love the simple things and to not take advantage of them. I think a big part of all of the way I was feeling at that time, and honestly, something that I still struggle with today, is that I have always been independent. I was raised by a single mother. Many of the women in my life were single mothers. And to top that off, if there was a man, it was most likely an abusive relationship, whether emotionally, a lot of physical, or maybe even emotional. Maybe even mental. Not maybe, yes. And the worst case scenario, in extreme cases, in my family, I will say again, it led to death. So I wasn't really taught how to be a godly wife. I also had a complete different image of what my life would look like very early on. I had a checklist, honestly, of what I wanted to accomplish. I remember this. I wanted to get married. I wanted to graduate from college. I wanted a family. But honestly, as I continued to grow up, I realized that I needed to be independent. I needed to have that sense of I can do it by myself, because I didn't really see men successfully showing up for women. So my own dad, he was in my life, but it's not the same when your parents, aren't together. So, and there was a lot of still things that I probably shouldn't have heard between them. What I'm really trying to say here is that, I wasn't taught how to be a godly wife. And as I got older, I wanted that ability to just go when I wanted to. I wanted the ability to travel when I wanted to, and to spend money when I wanted to, and not have restrictions. Because again, I was raised by a single mom, and a struggling single mom at that. So I wanted to be. I didn't want anyone to tell me that I couldn't do something. I I didn't want to use. I didn't want to fall into the victim mentality. I learned about that very early on in life, and not that I don't struggle with that, but at times, but I knew that I didn't want to become victim. So I, I wanted to have my degree. I wanted to travel the world, but I didn't mind getting married in my 20s. I didn't mind that. Like if I could have a companion, that was totally fine. But I didn't want to have children right away. I was very, very scared to do that. Because I wanted to, and I don't even know if it's because finances. It was honestly because I just wanted to have that time with my husband and us to be able to explore the world. I wanted to have, as I got older, I started to find out about like, tiny houses and buses. And this was before it got super popular. But I was like, that's what I want to do. I just wanted the ability. I learned later on in life. I really just wanted the ability to leave whenever I wanted to be honest. It wasn't a healthy version. It wasn't a healthy reason. The reason why I wanted to do that. I just wanted to run away. So, when I got married and I didn't have the ability to be independent in that season, and make money, I was home, no job, and I was still in college, y'all. Mind you, I was in college during COVID. So it was like my last semester and COVID hit. So I was like stuck inside alone. My husband would go out to work. He didn't even work in the home. He had to go out to work. So it was just a lot. I had a lot of silence around me is what I'm trying to get at. And I hated every second of it. Like, I'm so used to working and working a lot, not even just like, oh, I have a job, but I am totally fine with working multiple jobs. My body is so used to not having to sleep that much, that like, I'm just used to the hustle mentality is what I'm trying to get at. But God, he is and was so faithful because he sought me through and used others to pour into me at that time. He started to break chains off of me that I literally felt were like, I could spiritually see the chains that were on me. But he started to break them off and replace that and replace what I thought I should be to what he has made me to become, and made me to be, which is a woman, a daughter, his daughter, one who can be cared for and doesn't have to be the one to rescue everyone. It was very hard for me to learn. That's a totally different topic. But that was God's job. It was God's job to rescue everyone. And I'm a vessel, but I'm not the one who needs to be doing the saving, if that makes sense. So here on this channel, you will probably see the mundane a lot because that's what the Lord has given me. That's my life. So you're going to see it. And I love to do it. So it's not like here I gotta wash the dishes or whatever. No, I've learned to love it because of the rough season that God had put me in years ago. And there's a beauty in the mundane. And he is, he's still teaching me. Like what you'll see essentially is God teaching me how to be a wife and a mother, a friend, a sister. Honestly, even teaching me how to cook from scratch, how to learn different skill sets and try new things, which I'm so about. But so that's what you'll see here on this channel. Now, I do have a full-time job, but the Lord still calls for me to be a keeper of my home. One day I do hope that I can be a stay-at-home mom. That's something that I've been struggling with in the past of just being like, when is it going to happen, God? But that's not the season that he has me in right now. He hasn't called me to that just yet. And he very much could, but I've learned to stop focusing so much on that and to look at the beauty that he has, the blessings that he has given to me now. I love my job. Honestly, it's that again is a testimony too. I get to see other women um, find the Lord, and be a witness, to find Jesus, and to see them walk in relationship with Him, like with God and others. Like, it's a very beautiful thing. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for my team. So today, this honestly was a leap of faith after years of overthinking and fear to record and post this video. I have always secretly wanted to honestly have my own YouTube channel. And it wasn't like, oh, I want to be on Instagram or whatever. No, I literally wanted to have my own YouTube channel. But I always chickened out. Um, Honestly, I'm not on social media right now. I've deleted my accounts, not just like took a break. I deleted my accounts. So YouTube is the only thing that I even use at this point. Um, and you know, I've been sitting on this for so long, and the Lord is just telling me to release it, and to not. I get analysis paralysis like crazy, and I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for um, the community that I have, the friends that I have, the husband that I have, who they are they are doers, and even in the overthinking um, and the analysis paralysis, God has given them the ability to walk in their strength. And I'm looking and I'm like, it's so funny because I usually, like my husband, I usually help him with his business, and I'm a really good helper with entrepreneurs, guys. I don't know why, it's just a thing. Um, but either way, I haven't done anything on my own, and I've just allowed my creativity to just die to the wayside. And I feel like the Lord is calling me to be creative with Him again. You know, He's called us to be creative, and He's called us um, to walk alongside of Him and to partner with Him, and to be a vessel. So here I am, completely, and like, there's some fear there, I'm not gonna lie. But at this point, I don't care, you know, if I if I get one view or, you know, several views, it is what it is. But I want to be obedient to the Lord. So here you'll see me being obedient to God, and going through the struggles in life, but being full of joy because of who we get to serve, and not even just serve, who we get to be with, and just honestly be saved by the Lord. You know, I once was lost, but now I'm found. And I don't want people to stay lost and walk in darkness. And I am still walking out my freedom journey. I know that I'm free in Christ, but there are still things inside of me that want to come up. But God is faithful, and He is so good to the point where He will refine you in every season so that you can look more like Christ. And it's so hard, but it's so beautiful, the result that comes out of it. So I'm going to try my best to be real with you guys, and to tell you about my walk before Christ, and my walk after I got saved. So I hope you enjoy, and I pray that it blesses you in some way, and I pray that you continue to keep going in life, and to seek the Lord, because He is faithful, and He loves you so much. So if you're a mom, or whatever your life looks like, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you at my next YouTube video. See you guys later.